XRP is going to surprise a lot of people when nobody is expecting it. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. We got a lot to talk about XRP and kind of the confusing situation that we are in. Things can change in the next 48 hours. We need to watch to what's happening, but I want to go on a special ride. Are you ready? Whoa. The roller coaster ride continues with the crypto market, with XRP. We're going to talk about how there's some good news and some bad news and how that's affecting the crypto market right now. All I ask from you, I'm a simple man, is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. And if you're getting a little bit nauseous, let's get off the ride and get into it. Please read the disclaimer. So right now, XRP is sitting at $1.14. Bitcoin is at 64,000, up 2%. You can see that Bitcoin hit its resistance level at 65,000 here, but sold off. XRP, similar action, is actually a little bit more aggressive, but it wasn't just the crypto market. You can see it's exactly at 5 my time, so that's about 9 a.m. Eastern time. We saw the S&P 500 sell off and the crypto market, NASDAQ as well. You can see the VIX popping up. So you can see it's the inverse. And we're also seeing, very interestingly, oil drop down. Right? So oil is dropping down. You can see coinciding with kind of the rise here. The markets were selling off, not just stocks and crypto, sorry, but also gold and silver. So very interesting situation right now. And this is coming after the U.S. has issued Iran as a general oil-related licensing, allowing production, delivery, and sale of Iranian origin oil, petrochemical, and petroleum products through August 21st. Iran oil is officially returning to global markets for the first time since 2018. So even if we go and we look, right, and we look at oil, and we look at where it's been, we can look at the weekly chart, right? You can see that this actually starts in 2018, the graph here. But you can see that oil was around 60. It even dropped to 42. And in the pandemic, right, it dropped all the way to basically $6. If you remember what was going on during the pandemic in that crazy situation where oil prices dropped significantly because nobody needed oil, right? Everybody was staying home. But then it kind of stabilized and even ran up to 130 in March of 2022. So we're at lower levels than we were back in March of 2022. So it's an interesting situation. We're getting PC numbers this week. And with Iranian oil coming back, it could be a flood of the market, right? So this is going to be an interesting situation to see how low does it drop? Does it drop even lower to, in the end, right, to 55? Like if we get to those levels, it'll be lower levels than it was prior to the war. So that could be very interesting. And of course, that will affect inflation significantly. But then on the flip side, you will get to the weapons inspection in just a second. Bank of America just said that it expects the Fed to raise rates 3 times in 2026. Bank of America thinks the Fed will raise rates by 0.25% in September, October, and December, making U.S. rates end 2026 between 4.25 and 4.5. So on the one hand, we could potentially see inflation cooling off, but on the other hand, we're seeing Bank of America give us this warning, telling us, no, right? We're not seeing interest rate reductions, what President Trump wants, but we're seeing interest rate raises, and 3 of them. So this is, again, a significant shock to the ecosystem, to the markets, because remember, we've talked about this. Whenever the crypto market has ran significantly, interest rates have been low. Maybe this time it's different, but we've seen what the past has told us. Okay, so again, these are short-term things. And if you're thinking about long-term in the crypto market, I have the solution for you, right? If you're thinking about mid-term, long-term, short-term, right? So if you're looking at long-term, right? If you're looking at holding your cryptocurrency for retirement for years to come from now, our partner iTrust Capital will give you the opportunity to do so. You can open a regular IRA and a Roth IRA in iTrust Capital. It's only available now to US residents. So everybody else, I'm sorry, right? But if you have this possibility, it's a tool that it's a must-have for your retirement. either with iTrust or with someone else, but it's you. I've seen what an IRA can do for someone that's in retirement and what it could potentially mean for the quality of your retirement. So again, if you are interested in signing up, you will get $100 bonus once you sign up. So you can start investing in XRP, or crypto, or gold, whatever your heart desires. Straight up, no ETFs, right? And especially if it's in a Roth IRA, when you go to sell, look at the difference, 7,500 tax bill to zero tax bill. Okay, it's a significant difference. So the Roth IRA is a very, very powerful tool. So if you're not taking advantage of it, start doing that now. Again, either with iTrust or with some other tool, but I think it's a must. Okay, that's my opinion. Again, it is an affiliate link. So thank you for that. As always, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. So President Trump is saying that Iran will agree to have a major weapons inspection in order to ensure nuclear honesty, right? So this has been one of the things that President Trump has put his foot on, that's put down on, that no nuclear weapons. We'll see. We'll see. Current situation is very, very delicate. The Iranians have left Switzerland. JD Vance is still there. We'll see. I'm pessimistic right now. I'm an optimistic man, but I'm pessimistic about this current situation just because I am reading the local news here, and it seems that there's very low probability that Israel is going to go along with this. So I don't see the MOU being fulfilled, and then we have to see where it goes from there. So this is going to be very interesting to see how it plays out over the next coming weeks and months. 2 months we got here. Hopefully we end it in some good way, but you never know, right? Now I want to talk a little bit about something else. Elon Musk, right? We love Elon Musk talk on this channel. And if you remember, we had the SpaceX IPO. We kept talking about it, how it could potentially affect the crypto market, how a lot of money was coming out. And I told you of the crypto market and then people, retail, buying the IPO. We saw the most retail money ever in a short period of time flow into the stock. But I warned that usually what happens with these IPOs, and when they're very, very high leverage, and especially when option contracts come on the books, we see it sell off. And it is down already from that high back to basically where it was on the first day. And you can see here, right back down to 165. And you can see I made the drawing talking about how this potentially, I don't know why it's all here. This is better. How this happens, right? The graph is kind of, because I'm on the weekly. And you can see here how, it's basically behaved the way that I expected. You can see it's down 27% from the high, basically back to where it was on the first day. And this is not surprising. Now, the question is going to be, what happens? Is the money going to stay in here, maybe jump back to the crypto market? Or do we see people continue to buy it, buying the dip? Where does the money go from now, right? Now that we have other IPOs that are coming up, and Brian Armstrong announced that Coinbase is going to give the possibility. He says 2 of the biggest, most high private companies are due to go public soon, OpenAI and Anthropic, but because they're private, regular people can't get exposure. They're launching pre-IPO preps for both these companies on Coinbase for non-US customers. So before iTrust Capital was for US customers, and this is for non-US customers. If you're interested, this is a possibility to get exposure to the big IPOs, OpenAI and Anthropic, without actually having to own the stock. And I think this is going to be the future. We're going to have these kinds of things. I think the lines are going to be blurred a little bit when all the stock market is going to be on chain, which will probably happen soon. We're going to go 24/7 on the stock market. And then it's going to be very interesting to see what is the line, right, between the crypto companies and the stock brokers, like, Schwab and Fidelity and Coinbase and Robinhood, and where does the line, end there, and when does the line start? And so it's going to be very interesting to see. And then again, if we have people on these everything apps, right, then, I know Robinhood has it already. You have stocks and crypto, but not everybody uses Robinhood, okay? And the way from the crypto zone, from the stock zone to the crypto zone is, easy, right? So maybe that will bring in more retail. But of course, the big thing right now is the Clarity Act, of course. So we'll see what we get with the Clarity Act in the next coming days. They're working right now. They came back this Monday, and that happened as well. And by the way, the Prime Minister of England or the UK resigned. It wasn't that surprising. World Cup right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo is potentially going to be traded today or tomorrow. If you're an NBA fan like me, that's big news. Maybe to the Heat or to the Celtics. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. That's going to be interesting. I'm just I'm sharing my interest with you. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below. Check out, of course, iTrust Capital if you're interested in opening up that IRA before it's too late, before you're too old. Check that out in the description down below and in the pinned comment. Very, very important. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.